What about a Timber Saw, considering everyone that they have on there so far?
Phantom Assassin.
I mean, Timbersaw would be amazing here for Infamous.
There's a lot of strengthy boys on the side of catJAMMERS.
Yeah, they could ban it out here as well. I mean,
True.
you have
But
the five Lena one. Yeah. You probably want to ban out Timbersaw here.
I would say yes, that you do want to ban it out, but still, will they is the big question. Are they thinking about that? Or is it all part of Aui's mastermind plan, you know?
For baiting them into picking the perfect hero? Yeah, it's all part of my plan.
Never put it past Aui, man. I've seen him do some awesome stuff with his drafts.
Yes, my strategies had lain undetected for years. And now you picked the perfect hero into my lineup.
They activated my trap card. It's a little Yu-Gi-Oh reference for everybody.
Thanks, Moxxi.
You're welcome.
Tidehunter picked up here. That's another one that's very good against them. All these strength melee, all these melee heroes. Tidehunter is excellent against. Not being able to lock him down. Of course, he's able to get out of the stuff that Slaughter has, and he's usually going to be able to get his Ravage off against the PA, even once she has an Abyssal Blade and Basher.
What about an Underlord, too? If they take out the Timber Saw, I feel like an Underlord is potentially really nice because it will deal very well with the PA, like having to really mess with her lane. And then also you've got so many melees here. Like, you just throw down a Pit of Malice, and then everybody just kites.
Yeah. 5 seconds remaining. That one would be... I like that a lot here. I mean, it feels like they have so many options. All right, there it goes.
Okay.
There's Timber Saw banned out. It had to be done.
It did. It really did.
There's no other option. And Magnus banned out last. I feel like they wouldn't fall back onto the Magnus here, given their current lineup. I'm not sure where they're going to put people. They do have the option of sending the Axe of Slaughter mid against the Ember Spirit. Again, it's one of the heroes that's better against these melee cores.
Well, I think you want to match up the Lifestealer and the Slardar if possible, but that's a weird position for the Axe to be in.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. It does put the Axe in a little bit of a weird position.
Yeah, Slardar 4 seems more common than seeing an Axe 4. But again, you know, try new things out. It's groups. It's a fresh start.
Yeah, that's why catJAMMERS lost the first game. I'm going to fall back on the typical NA defense mechanism. It's groups. They're losing games. It doesn't really matter.
Real winners go through the lower bracket.
Yeah, winners go. They want to play more games of Dota.
Yeah. It just makes them more powerful with each game they play.
Exactly.
Part of the master plan.
At the end of the reserve time here, I'm not sure how they round this draft out.
They need something ranged. That's not ranged. Okay, I'm not sure what is happening.
All right, they're just going to run at them this game. They're running at them. That's the play. It's going to run at them nonstop. All right, that makes running at them a little bit difficult. The Monkey King. Wasn't expecting that one to come out last year.
All right. So it is going to be a Michael Ember Spirit. KXY will be playing the Monkey King. Pakas. God, it's like looking at an old Beast Coast draft right now with the Monkey King and the Lifestealer here. Pepita playing the Wind Ranger, though. That one's a little bit more of a question mark for me because I feel like he does better with like big AoE kind of game-changing playmaking offlaners. Recently, anyways. But this is... oh god, I knocked over my Kanza monster. Oh my god.
Amateur move.
It was an amateur move. I'm trying to figure out, though. Okay, so Moonmeander's playing the IO.
Yeah, IO. Here's what I wanted to talk about real quick, though. We can make it all about me while you, show some respect to that monster.
I mean, I caught one.
Oh, impressive. Anyways,
I got moves.
KXY playing this Monkey King. He recently got a 3 armor buff, but they made the hero basically unplayable with the ultimate by changing up how it worked with the Echo Saber. You're not able to slow heroes down with it anymore. My issue with that, of course, it makes it one of the worst ultimates in the game, but it makes it very good against the Kunkka in the laning phase. Of course, they changed the cleave around with Tidebringer ages ago that it doesn't pierce through armor anymore. Instead, it just does a bunch of extra damage. But Monkey King is one of the best heroes for armor in the early laning phase, so you don't get nearly as much harass off on the Monkey King as you would basically any other hero. So he's going to go quite well against the Kunkka in the mid lane here. You thought you were going to be playing against the Ember. You were almost certain that you were going to be playing against the Ember Spirit, given the fact that you saw like the Wind Ranger and the Lena at this point. But they mix it up for them. So do they take 2 games off catJAMMER by kind of faking them out with the draft, or are they just going to be able to run at them nonstop with their, I guess, tanky frontliner lineup? Is my question.
I don't know. My real question is just how in the world is this position 4 axe going to work out? Like, that's very greedy. Very greedy. I don't know. I'm a bit worried about the catJAMMERS this time around.
As am I. Last game we thought, all right, this would be easy for them. The enemy team isn't going to be able to play around, these high cooldown ultimates that the enemies have. They have Medusa. They're forced to play slow, but they just started taking place in the enemy with awesome positioning thanks to that Snapfire. This game, I'd say that, again, you're able to run at them nonstop with this catJAMMER lineup, but it feels a little bit too awkward now, Moxxi.
I will say keep your eye on Michael this game. Watch this boy.
Because the Michael game?
The Michael game, yes, because he's on an Ember Spirit. And I will say, I think Matthew's the better Ember Spirit position 4 personally, but Michael's got some moves. This kid should do some really interesting things. So make sure you watch him. This kid's good. God, it's just making myself seem older than I actually am. Yikes. Yeah, I'm just really interested. So it's actually Owie playing the axe too, huh?
Pause 5X, they're bringing it back. I remember Eternal Envy brought out Pause 5 Centaur for a little while, but that was when he was on Complexity. I'm not sure if you remember that timeline.
Oh, I do.
There's been some interesting iterations of Eternal Envy. Owie normally plays it pretty safe, but I'm excited to see this Pause 5 axe. After we're done all the games today, I'm going to be running this in my pubs. Look forward to it, everybody.
Support him in every single one of your pubs, guys. I don't want to encourage this. He is not. I'm sorry, Neph. You're no Owie 2000. You're more like Neph 20.
I'll never work in this town again.
I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do here. And just trying to shore up HFN's farm, it's going to be pretty difficult. But
can we talk about this cat over here between the tier 1 and 2 on Dia? Look, this courier is adorable. Look at it go.
I know, it's very, very cute. I love the kitty cat courier.
Oh my god, look at that.
Look at his little waddle, little shuffle there back into the fountain. Adorable.
Yeah, they only have 1 cat on catJAMMERS. They need to bring those numbers up.
They have Miggy. They have an actual cat as their mascot. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. Miggy also voted for me, by the way, for my my award. I told Skeena, I was like, I will be devastated if your cat doesn't vote for me. All right, they'll go grab up the rune. Nice power shot, doing a lot of damage to Owie already, just right off the bat. Michael chasing down HFN. Just a bit of harass back and forth, and just like that, it's over.
Yep. Owie,
a lot of vision here coming out from the side of the Radiant. Guess they're expecting a lot of movement.
Yeah, here in this bottom lane. Thankfully, Axe is some of the higher HP regen out of all the heroes. He had a Grove Bow queued up for some reason at the start of this game. I don't know what that was about.
He's got dreams. Small axe, big dreams.
He doesn't get to use a ranged weapon.
No, but he dreams about it. Axe not the smartest hero.
I like his hands.
What?
Cosmetic hands. He just throws away the axe. Well, it's called something else, but I call it hands.
I like that he's got a belt of just heads, if you've noticed.
Oh, he's got this one too, the very low polygon heads.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. I had Kaz Kron gift this to me a long time ago.
It's very spoopy. Do you have a good dedication?
Yeah, I do. Excellent. Not one I can talk about on stream, though.
Excellent. That's a good dedication. Yeah, it looks like it's working out here in the bottom lane, though. Always doing the best that he can, trying to harass, trying to make Michael respond to him. But there's only so much that he can really do as this axe. I'm gonna try doing some pulls. Surprised that they didn't block the camps, because they had to know that this is the way that Owie was gonna try to get himself some gold and some experience.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Last game, both him and Kezu had a little bit of a difficult time getting into the game. So I think playing a little bit more greedy on your supports this game is probably the way to go, especially if you're a hero like Axe. You want to be able to get that Blink Dagger as quickly as possible, regardless of being a position 5. Take a look over here in the mid lane is going Monkey King's way at the start, which again isn't surprising. You have to be careful of these Jengu Mastery stacks and giving this up to KXY. You really got outdrafted here. Probably certain that there was no way any hero other than the Ember Spirit was going to go mid.
Oh man, look how low Bryle's sitting right here.
Mm-hmm.
Does have himself a salve though, so he'll heal right back up again. Not a comfortable lane.
Yeah, he's forced to send himself out boots at the start as well. Like, you want to normally just get your bottle or some damage items on Kunkka, like maybe like a bracer or two. But in this lane, he's forced to get boots so he can walk away from Monkey King as quickly as possible. It is so rough for him.
Well, he hasn't died yet,
lane?
so that's
KZU's
a bonus.
very
Top
low.
lane, yeah, KZU is trying to get kept alive here by Moon Meander. He can only do so much though, and Excel God gonna be getting the first blood. Looks like they're not going to be able to go and grab Moon Meander, though. It's just going to tether to the creep wave. That LSA was a little close, though.
Yep. Moon Meander, he's got the Galaxy Brain Almonds activated right now. There's no way he can land a Light Strike Array on this boy.
It's way too tricky. He's got those moves.
The bottom lane, Pepita was dropping a little bit low. HFN is sitting pretty low as well. Pepita's used the Wind Run. You don't have any mana to throw out a Phantom Strike, though, unfortunately. So he's going to back off. Aoi playing very far back away from the Phantom Assassin, but all the heroes down here are out of mana. Actually, 10 stick charges on Michael. I take back what I said completely.
Good job.
Mid KXY gets the Jingu Mastery, stacks off again, and of course he's going to heal up. Off the mark with the Boundless Strike, but in the bottom lane, Peta takes down HFN.
Yeah, he's just sitting a little bit too low. And what's Axe going to do about this? He doesn't have any points in call, because why would he pick that up?
No,
so all he does is basically pull creep waves, try to let HFN hit near the tower, and this is, again, it's a very greedy choice here.
I mean, well, you have a very aggressive bottom lane. The Wind Ranger and Ember Spirit are going to be able to just run at you non-stop. Wind Ranger loves clicking the enemy heroes.
It's not the Wind Run, at least, but
I could do this all day.
Michael able to just saunter away. Top lane looks like KZU again in trouble. They've landed some really nice stuns here, and again, it's actually this kill going this time over to Pakaz. Thought for sure Excel would get that one.
You know, I thought that they'd be able to just play these like tanky frontline heroes, run the enemies non-stop, but already the game's starting to go the way of Infamous. We're up. How much gold exactly do we have here? Oh, let's open the numbers. All right.
Show us
120,
the numbers.
about 1,200. Those stonks aren't looking good, Moxxi.
Yikes.
The economy of catJAMMERS is increasingly failing.
No, not my catJAMM stocks. Oh, Moon Meander sitting very, very low, but they turn it right back around again. They have the Fairy Fire, though. Moon Meander will fall. It looks like they should be able to get the kill over onto Excel, but that will open it up here for Pakaz to go and snatch up that bounty rune.
Yep. KZU got the counter kill there, the first kill on the side of
Defense.
catJAMMERS, which is much needed. Oh?
They don't have a shackle shot. I think if they have the shackle shot, he's definitely dead here. Do have a power shot, though. Pepita wants to try to make an educated guess on this. Can see him, but they'll back off. Heals up using a salve.
Oh.
Be a little cheeky here.
I mean, power shot just does so much damage, and you always get to line it up when combined with that searing chains there. Once he hits level 3, it's a 350 damage magical nuke on top of the searing chain. It's another 150, so you're taking 500 magic damage every time these two are used in combination with each other. That hurts.
Definitely does.
You got a 780 HP pool. Or sorry, 120 now. Just hit level 5.
Faker having a great time in this mid lane. 35 and 18 against a 26 and 0 Kunkka. So many denies.
And there's really not that much they can do about it. I mean, Axe isn't the hero that's going to be able to rotate and help get a kill. Either is with. Yeah. I mean, if these heroes dive you, there's really nothing that can be done. No points into Berserker's Call yet either, so they have any disables on their supports. that you have to keep in mind. I mean, your game becomes that much more difficult when the enemies can dive you. You don't really have any punish.
I mean, that's the interesting thing, too, about this Wind Ranger. It got picked up fairly early, and they didn't opt to do anything with a Dispel to take off that Wind Run. So Pepita's going to have a pretty free early game until they decide to pick up some sort of an item to try to deal with them. But
It just about has gold for the Javelin as well. As soon as he gets that, he's going to start running down HFN. And you're going to be forced to move back into the jungle. 120 gold off of that right now. Looks like KXY here, Faker. It's time for him to start moving through the jungle. Has his Orb of Venom and Phase Boots. would be a nice kill to find. There's not much he could do in order to get away. Here we go.
oh, he can. He does have a point in the call, at least, but feels like Faker's not going to give up this easily here with the Boundless, the jump forward coming out from HFN. They are having TPs come out, so he does have to be careful. Bryle joining into the fight now. He'll throw out another dagger over onto Faker. X marks the spot. Peta trying to get into position here. Doesn't have Shackle Shot just yet, so that boat will connect. It's in the good slight, though. Has that Fairy Fire. Manages to go in. They cut down the trees, though. Pepita, I think he might have ended up hurting him there more than helping.
Yeah, not great. Suddenly his escape route is cut off. Did end up not going for that mischief to dodge the X boat. That's something that he could have done in order to negate some of that damage, but it is really difficult when you're on this kind of ping. You have to remember the advantages that they have on catJAMMERS here. We are playing on US East. So a little bit of a recovery there, getting that kill onto Monkey King.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Very,
mighty
very
close.
here. Not lucky. Skillfully.
Yeah. He ran the numbers.
But this is freeing up a lot of space now for Pakaz, and even though Faker died there, he's still right back at CSing. And he's gotta be feeling pretty good right now. A little bit of breathing room, though, for Keizu as well. Looks like Lina had rotated over to the mid lane to get some of those levels online. So Keizu's not in fear of the Light Strike Array and the Open Wounds bottom lane. Trying to finish off HFN, but the TP comes out here from Moon Meander. As Faker finds a kill onto Owie in the mid lane because they finish up over onto Bryle. They'll use the Laguna, who's going to follow up with the boat, trying to just give himself a little bit more of a buff. Trying to juke around, but Keizu follows up. Pepita does manage to take down HFN. Oh, these bashes coming out from Keizu. They're looking pretty tasty right now, but he can lifesteal right back up again. So LSA not going to be able to quite land. He'll back off. Gonna heal up off the creep wave. There's gonna be the relocate in from Moon Meander and HFN. Do they have the damage? But there it is. There's a life stealer bomb coming out from Pakaz as he's gonna join right back into the fight. They can't get the kill on Moon Meander fast enough. They're gonna be able to teleport back out again. Chains being thrown out on Keizu and Owie, but they'll respect it. They'll back off.
Yeah, it becomes so much harder to dive the tower there with that corrosive haze on 3 heroes, all of them missing 10 armor, so don't get to go forward there. Not much happens in that team fight, you know, death on each team, but with basically every hero rotating the mid lane there.
Moon Meander is looking a little sad for him. Oh, no. Manages to follow up with the Boundless. A dead IO, and that's going to be some nice bounty runes secured. Lots of runes too. The Invis rune over here for the action.
They'll never see me coming.
KXY not really able to find anything outside of his own lane though. I mean, he rotated bottom and he lost a bit from doing that. He could get Bryle here though. He's got Boundless Strike. Ends up doing the damage there to Kunkka, but he's not able to finish him off underneath that tower. The extra 3 armor that he gets from that makes it too difficult for KXY to bring him down.
I just like the fact that Pakaz was just running past the tier 1 here in the top lane, chasing after Owie.
Yeah.
Michael finds another kill on HFN. Another kill, I say, and I believe that's his first kill on HFN. So, my bad.
It's fine. It feels like HFN has died more than that with like how many times he's been chased under tower and how low his HP's been staying.
A lot. Yeah, absolutely.
Been performing pretty well under all this pressure.
They really want this monkey, Faker. Isle coming in hot. A little bit of XP, but he ends up getting stuck over here. So Moon Meander's gonna chill for a little bit. Says, all right, well, at least, you know, take down this ward while you're up there. Says Owie. He can tether down.
This is intentional the whole time. Wanted to be up there to take down that observer ward.
The efficiency.
Yeah, Moon Meander calculated it all.
Running right past this tier 1, hoping maybe he can grab Pepita. In fact, there's gonna be a nice shackle over onto Owie and Bryle. They do have the Corrosive Haze, though, plus the Torrent. X marks the spot. To jump forward, though, Pakaz manages to take down Owie, and he's going to grab up Moon Meander next. And that's going to be Michael who finishes him off with a nice Remnant. This game feels so weird. Does it feel weird to you?
It does feel extremely weird to me. Again, it's just like every time a fight should be going well for Infamous, they manage to turn it on catJAMMERS and vice versa. Top lane, getting dove under the tower here. Not much they're going to be able to do. HFN and Kazu are going to be able to do tons of damage together. That amp damage, along with the Phantom Assassin, just blows people up so quickly, even at level 9 here. Battle Fury is, at least I think they're building a Battle Fury, the broadsword here. Well underway.
PETA getting into position here with Faker. Nice Boundless, landing immediately. X marks the spot, but they'll be able to hold HFN over to the tree. He's gonna try, but he's not gonna be able to run away here. They're gonna go drop the Wukong's command, but they need a little bit more damage. Faker, he's not looking like he's gonna survive this. There's 4 heroes here. They get a nice dunk here for Owie, but PETA forced to use the Wind Run. And they used a reload for that, but while this is going down, a little bit of pressure being placed on this mid tower. catJAMMERS, though, have to be feeling a little bit better. They've taken the top tier 1, they've taken the mid tier 1 as well. So they feel like they're starting to gain a footing back into this game.
Yeah. I mean, this is the goal of this draft. You play all these tanky melee heroes or these frontliners. It's constantly run at the enemies. When you get these towers earlier on, it becomes much easier to invade the enemy side of the map. They tried to counter it out with this Monkey King KXY here, but he's had a rough go at it. He had an amazing laning phase, but some of these rotations he's tried to do have just been shut down by catJAMMERS.
But it feels like a lot of the times when he's going for these rotations, he's kind of by himself. Like, I feel like he's not bringing a buddy half the time, and that's what's ending up, like, really costing him.
I believe in the buddy system, I see.
Yeah, the buddy system works. You know? Bring a friend. 2 are better than 1.
I'd like to say that KXY is a big boy and he doesn't need to bring a friend, though.
He doesn't need to, but it's always better to bring one. I mean, Io, Moon Meander here. Friendship Cube. I'm sure he would agree. An Io plus another hero is definitely better than just a hero by himself.
Do you see another Wisp in the middle of the river, just a bit above where the Wisp is?
No, I think you're having a stroke, and should I call you an ambulance?
I don't know. I see the cube in one place, then I see the actual Wisp hero in another.
No, I only see one.
I see. I'm sure I'll be fine.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Have another monster. You'll be fine.
Have another monster, Neph. So you pat him on the back.
There you go, buddy. You've earned that.
Delicious.
I wish I could find that farmer's oat monster. That's what I really want to try because it's got oat milk in it. And everybody always says the Java ones are so good, but because of my extreme lactose intolerance, I'm never able to partake.
Yeah, Blaze told me to grab myself some monster rehabs. The iced tea ones apparently are pretty delicious. Good. I've been able to find any though.
Oh really?
I checked a bunch of different stores. I mean, I live in Canada. So. Yeah,
that's a made up land.
No, fortunately, you know what? I'm going to talk about Dota.
I was waiting to see if you were going to engage on that comment.
I'm here to talk about video games, everybody. Wisp is relocating to the top. HFN jumps in on Pepita here. Here comes the X, though.
Right back into the boat. And this is looking like a dead Pepita. Easy peasy. But look at Kazu. He's waiting over here. He says, I'm going to protect my Wisp. It's going to be fine. As the rest of the side of Infamous just trying to clear out their jungle, make some use out of it. As Faker down here, trying to farm up.
Your companion cube for the companion cube.
What?
Protecting the Wisp.
Right.
Kazu's just going to run at Excelia. Thinks better of it. Doesn't want to go too close to that tier 2 tower. Michael's,
well, they don't know where some of the other heroes are too, so you don't want to get surprised. I'm surprised we haven't seen more Lifestealer bombs.
I am too. We used it once to top KXY's HP back up, but other than that, they haven't used it. I mean, you have 2 vehicles here. You have Wind Ranger and Ember Spirit.
Did that catch that smoke?
I think it did.
They pinged.
Did. Yeah.
Michael leading the charge. Look at them. The way they're sitting up on high ground, I would assume that they realized they saw that smoke. And definitely have seen that shot. Owie will reveal himself. And just hold him into place. Manages to get the call off, but doesn't really matter. Again, position 5 Axe. So they'll take him out. They're still hunting. They're trying to flush them out of their jungle here. I can see KXY. His courier got taken down, though. That was his Echo Saber. Oof. They do spot Brile. They grab him and Keizu, though, is a question of the tree dance here. See Moon Meander. Be able to spot off with that Isle almost immediately. And they drop the Wukong's command. So down goes the Isle. Can they find anything else, though? They need to go and cancel out some of these TPs, and they don't have it here to cancel out for Keizu. Brile, meanwhile, does have himself an invis rune. They don't have any sort of detection for him, so he's absolutely fine. He's going to be able to walk away.
Carry some sentries on you. It's everybody's job.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part, too.
Oh, Pakaz is getting very, very hungry. He wants out. He's just going to chase him down. Needs maybe one more hit to do it, and he's just going maybe just a little bit too far. As Brile does get taken down. They'll go in for the fest on the creep. And try to run away. Is forced to pop back out, but in comes Michael. He's going to be able to back him up. Owie, thinking that he's got this, will go right back in again, get the kill on Moon Meander. Pakaz, armlet toggling. Good call, though, over here onto Michael. He is going to be the one who goes down. But he manages to save his lifestealer, who got a little greedy for that axe over there.
Yeah, I see that Michael is also doing his part. I mean, him opting to stay in there instead of run alongside his lifestealer as he exits to make sure that the lifestealer is able to get away there. So, nice play by them.
Look at them. They've got the vision over here. Pakaz needs to be very careful. Keizu doesn't have the blink dagger at least, but immediately rages up, runs away. See Faker. Excel though. Excel's looking oh, Pakaz! Dagger, jump in. He's going to turn right back around again. They started to go over onto Excel, but they're not going to be able to finish him off. This is not looking good for Pakaz, but he's actually still alive. He's toggling right back in again. Michael jumping in, like we talked about. Nice big old bow being thrown out by Brile, but HFN is just chained up to a tree, and that's a dead Phantom Assassin. And now Moon Meander, he's like, oh no, I thought I was going to get there much earlier. And look how fast they go. They just zoom. A little motorboat with a skier on the back of it. There they go. That was a weird fight.
It was a weird ending to the fight in multiple ways. But in that fight, I mean, you saw the Light Strike Array. The Lina tried to predict the Slardar's movement, and the PA's movement for that matter, jumping onto her. Unfortunately, they didn't do it. The Light Strike Array was off the mark. Poxus has been playing so close this game.
He definitely has, and he's just chonking away over here at Brile, who's trying to run away. Doesn't have any Invis to help him this time around. Final hit goes to Pakaz.
This guy is getting away with murder with this armlet. Again and again, he gets brought down and toggles back up. He's 6-0 right now. It's like we're seeing like the old armlet where he just popped to 500 HP and it has no cooldown. Guy
literally getting away with murder.
Yeah, this guy's the MKB now. We're talking about this, Moxxi. You were talking about this. It's going to be too hard for HFN now. It's going to commit super hard on this Phantom Assassin. And, you know, MKB is done in the win rate. You talked about that as well. The game feels too difficult for catJAMMERS at this point.
I just think they needed more momentum, and I'm not sure exactly why they went with the axe pickup, if it was sort of a denial pick or what, or if Owie's just trying out some new stuff, but like they just weren't able to get HFN that really nice start that he's famous for. Like, if he has the start, he is an unstoppable force. I watched this guy strap Pain Gaming onto his back, like, in the day, and say, we're winning this game, whether you want to or not, but...
We're going to land, damn it.
Just tying King RD on his back, and Tavo and everyone just like, we're winning this, let's go. But it's been rough for him this game.
It has, yeah. And I'm not sure where he goes from here. He has to play very far back. Again, you do have this run at you lineup, but at this point, you have so much damage. It doesn't matter that you have these tanky frontline heroes.
They want in. Michael looking for this pick off here. He's trying to zip in. Does have that Lifestealer bomb, and they'll find HFN. They'll follow up, though, with the boat. Try and keep him alive. The IO is here. Tries to burst him back up again. It's not going to be quite... Oh, no, he manages to go run away as they drop the Wukong's command, but everybody is just Delta split already back on the line. So Owie going to be next to fall. They'll snap themselves up these ruins, but the IO... Axe buying back here. They bring HFN back in, but they immediately just Laguna the face off of Moon Meander. Casual dagger tossed out, and they'll follow up. Oh, the Boundless. It's so beautiful. Can they finish off on Excel? No, they're not going to be able to. He's still alive. Okay, there's the dagger. They do finally manage to get him, but at the end of the day now, HFN running for his life does go pop that blur. gonna go grab himself up a rune, possibly, see if he can make it out, but they're chasing him down. They'll grab him up, and this is looking like a very dead HFN.
Yeah, nothing seems to be going their way on catJAMMERS. I mean, that was a beautiful disengagement, but they hung around. I think maybe they thought they could take the fight after the enemy expended some of their cooldowns and committed pretty far forward, but there's just too much damage on these heroes at this point.
I mean, that save was really well done by Moon, but
yeah,
they went back in. They stayed around too long. And then Aoi bought back, and I guess they thought, you know, like, it's go time. We trust our captain, and it just backfired horrifically for them.
I mean, when the enemy messes up an engagement like that, you manage to get out. It normally feels like you can get back in, but it just wasn't the play. You're playing from too far behind at this point. I think you need like a couple more items on this PA. Maybe be able to like blow up one or two heroes on the back line and then just keep the enemies at the front stunned up. But right now, again, you have too much damage, and what you once had is like this tanky lineup where you could just run at the enemies. It's Infamous running at you now. They try to go forward. The
jump forward. Still, all right. That's going to be the Aegis is burned. Michael waiting around patiently. Monkey King getting into position here is going to start winding up for that Wukongs, and they'll jump again over onto Pakaz, and they just managed to finally do enough damage to take him down. So the rest of the team forced to move back, but HFN is being held into place, and he's just getting chomped away here. He's going to have to go try to jump away. I'll follow up. They've got the Life Stealer Bomb over here. KXY trying his best, but he's going to get shredded. Pepita next to fall. And the zip back and forth here from Michael. He's trying to just make anything happen, trying to break some ankles, but this time it looks like Infamous stuck around just a little bit too long.
That was an incredibly awkward fight to me. It looked like they very easily could have taken that, and I think that's what the call that Cause was making there. It's like, okay, I can get back up, I can rage, I can infest one of you. There's no way they can kill me twice, but no one was close enough to him, and he didn't manage to get his infest off of getting back up. And of course, Excel was elsewhere on the map. I think he thought, okay, I want to stack some camps, I want to get a little bit of gold, but it was their time to play far forward there. I'm not sure why they backed up and took the fight in such an awkward way.
I feel like maybe the Wukongs was just a little late there too.
A little bit, but it's kind of an awful ability anyways. My opinion, I suppose.
But like, I feel that that could have caused a little bit more panic if they had dropped it maybe just a little bit earlier. But
yeah, so they couldn't group up on top of the Life Stealer. As
it would have been harder, yeah, to just move in on him.
Get some damage up on him first. I mean, this is a pretty outdated Monkey King build that he's gone as well. He has the Echo Saber. He's got Sanjin Yasha instead of going for the Aghanim Scepter. It feels a little bit weird. I don't think that Infamous is in any place to start panicking, though. Again, they just have so much damage at this point. They have the items to counter out the PA.
Okay, Kazu. Look at him just getting chomped away here by Pepita. It took a little effort, you know. PA is actually nearby. HFN considering going in here.
Guten bye-bye, Kazu.
That dagger. They're starting to collapse a little bit. HFN, though, says, yeah, we've been up here way too long. There's a whole other fight going down here on the bottom where it looks like Bryle has gotten another Invis rune and is trying to make some plays. Does open up with the X. They do have the follow-up, too, with the Moon Meanders by himself. Okay, all right. They'll drop the Wukongs. They'll turn right back around again. Maybe just trying to pull Bryle out here in case. I'm not sure if maybe HFN broke the tether there, because it feels weird to just have the IO going by himself.
Yeah, I think he broke the tether. I mean, the Torrent X was off the mark there as well. Didn't end up studying up KXY. And again, Wukong's command, just awful ability. You can just drop it whenever. I need to stop flaming that skill, but Val really killed it when they nerfed the Echo Saber. It just doesn't feel like an ultimate ability anymore.
Well,
just
I'm sure it'll bounce back at some point. It'll be super OP, and you're going to be crying about it then, too.
Yeah.
That's the circle of life.
There's no making me happy.
Wow, I'm Neph. Life is hard. Why does my Wukong's command not do enough damage? That's what you sound like.
Why don't monkeys bash anymore and give me extra damage?
Ghost after here from Excel should be able to make it out of here. Oh, no, not with the X marks his back, though, so gonna get dragged right back in again, and that's your position 5 on Infamous. Selene, as she tries to go and grab that bounty rune. So, a 10k net worth lead still going on here for Infamous. Does feel like they're having more difficulty making things happen, and catJAMMERS honestly doing a fairly decent job of putting pressure on them. trying to make that space, but I'm still concerned that it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I think at this point, one of the major reasons why Infamous isn't just slaying right now is that they're split up around the map. They're trying to grab a couple of items before their end game push. All right, here we go. Assault Cuirass completed now on Lifestealer. They're working on the Scotty now. Monkey King just finished the Sanj and Yasha. The Ember Spirit doesn't really get any item, but he's playing position 4. And of course, they just about have the Aghanim Scepter done on the Wind Ranger, and that's going to be pretty big. As soon as the Phantom Assassin is going to be able to get on top of him anymore, the game is going to become much easier for them. There's 2 charges of the Wind Run, of course. Having that speed cap removed just lets you rush forward and start team fights on the care in the world.
Blink Dagger does get picked up for Owie, so that's actually huge. Yes. That gives them a little bit more initiation. It gives you a little bit of a save if necessary, because you can draw the attention. So perhaps that will also tilt things more towards catJAMMERS' favor, but they're going to have to be very careful in the way that they play this, because they do have such a great skirmishing lineup on the side of Infamous. They can just duck in and out, and they don't have to hard commit.
I'm not convinced that things are going to go catJAMMERS' way for the next little while. I think they need this BKB on Kezu first. And at this point, they're ready to start taking fights now. They just finished the Aghanim Scepter on Wind Ranger. They just finished the assault on the Lifestealer. It's go time.
I'm going to take down the tier 2. Tier 2 top will also fall, so a bit of a trade here.
Both teams taking each other's shrines real quick, invading each other's jungles.
I would like to see Infamous play more top, though, to make sure that they can solidify the Roche advantage. And it looks like they're looking to hunt, because you've got Michael with the Lifestealer bomb inside. And look at the way they're playing on the high ground here. Oh, they see the courier. Michael is going to be jumping in on a lot of people. Already to blink forward, though. The jump out, they'll be able to go just destroy Moon Meander. And they'll turn right back around now to Casey, but they didn't have anything else to kind of slow him down here, because he does get hit by the net. So they get themselves a kill on Casey, they get themselves a kill on Moon. And it feels like Pepita really wants this kill on HFN, but he's not going to be able to find him, although Lina will run into HFN, so they could turn this right back around again. Walks into the Light Striker, right? There's the Laguna. BKB comes out, and they have nothing to go. Oh, they have the damage, though. Oh, ooh. My goodness. That was close.
Yeah. You have your Lamborghini Pepita rushing in at almost 700 movement speed. Yeah, this baby can go 300 to 686 in seconds.
We got a double damager in right outside that Roche pit. No Roche yet, luckily, but it's a nice little present from Ice Frog there.
Yeah, they'll save it for later. You know, force the enemies into their base. We see the reveal on Roche another 35 seconds now, so they'll check it out then. No bottle available, unfortunately. Peta. They see Bryle here. They could just run forward on him. I'm not sure there's that much stopping them here. I think they don't know where the enemies are. They don't have enough vision up on that side of the map. So I think they'll just kind of play around the Roche pit right now. Yeah, they've got the courier sitting over Roche.
I think the other thing you have to consider is the fact they do have global response. The fact that you have an IO. So if you try to make moves on Bryle, you can very easily have 2 more heroes show up. Although, honestly, at this point, Moon Meander's kind of like a little lunchbox.
Lunchbox Moon Meander, I like it.
Just TPing on in as a little snack for them, but, you know. It is what it is. Sometimes the game is hard.
We've come a long way from TI3 where you'd relocate for kills. We just relocate to cut creep waves now in 2020.
Or you're a Wambulance.
That's
you
true.
Trouble? Call out for your IO. This tower's going down fast, though. Oh my goodness, they're just chonking away on it. And now they can actually just go right behind the side of catJAMMERS if they want and try to respond. They know exactly where they are.
They've infested Michael. The bomb is ready. Planted, if you would.
Site B, Michael. Oh, they go for the smoke. Michael, though. And forward
Fighting
again.
It
feels like it's very strange how Owie just immediately... Oh, they jump in, but Owie just immediately just gets obliterated. HFN, though, going and gets the kill on Michael. Can they follow up HFN? They're trying to heal him up. They do so much damage right now. He's forced to use his BKB, and Moon Meander just left high and dry. Pepita here, going to town over here onto HFN. Not going to be able to quite find the final hit, but look at Faker. He wants it so bad. He's going to chase after him. He manages to go get the final hit off his Keizu. He's swimming pretty fast in this river, but he can't swim fast enough. Got the stun off, followed up with the boundless from Faker, and on the back line here, Bryle, he's trying to fight his way through. He's doing everything he can, but there's just too much damage. And that's a team wipe for the side of catJAMMERS.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just such a disadvantage for catJAMMERS. Even when you're sitting on the enemy team's triangle in like the best possible position, you take a team fight, you were forced to run away. I mean, you had everyone where they need to be, but all you can do at this point is split the map and try to take, I guess, scrappy skirmishes here. As soon as you're forcing these 5v5 fights, you're blown up. I mean, Wisp did everything he could in that team fight to keep Phantom Assassin's HP topped up, but even underneath that, the Corrosive Haze and the Phantom Assassin, they didn't have enough damage for Lifestealer. He's got too much armor at this point with his Assault Cross. And now go your Raxes.
Down they go. I almost wonder, like, I think because Owie plays 5 all the time, like, his initial reaction to seeing someone is like, oh no, right? And you run away. But with Axe, I feel like he can't do that necessarily. Like, because he blinked away, and again, they followed him that time. But I feel like if he had kind of tanked the gank, it would have been maybe a little less detrimental. I don't know. Again, I'm not a pro player. It's just my thoughts. I'd be interested to hear what you have to think.
Yeah, I mean, if he had gone into them instead of away, like we've seen that a couple times in these last few games, it might have gone a little bit better. Some of the heroes might have been able to TP out if he just kind of, like you said, blinked into them, do the call and said, okay, everybody TP home. But
well, even not even like blink into them, because I know he could have. Because oh boy, Faker immediately hits up over onto 3. The follow. BKB comes out from KZ. Both's gonna get thrown out too, but immediately they lose Owie. Now Bryle being held into place. That's a Laguna Blade to the face. He is also dead. KZ running for his life. Pakaz, is he gonna get bloodthirsty? No. He's gonna be very measured and calm, and he's just gonna hit these buildings.
Yeah, and nothing they could do about it. I mean, with Axe and Kunkka both dead, they don't have the initiation.
I mean, they do have initiation, but it's going to be a very dead KZ because he doesn't have the BKB either. And also, he's just going to get chonked away. Draft's just a little bit off the mark, I think.
Nothing can be done here. I mean, just going to lose this last set of racks. No buyback available on Axe or Kunkka. PA just held into place.
Moon Meander trying his best. Does have the mech, does have the Holy Locket, but I don't think it really matters. No, it doesn't. Now we're trying to drag them into the fountain, but it's going to get held in place. The GG gets called. Infamous is going to take this series 2-0.
Yeah. Infamous, amazing job by them. You just got the items you needed. A quick MKB on both the Lifestealer and the Wind Ranger. You're just constantly able to run at the heroes on catJAMMERS, and you know, Axe in the position 5, it didn't end up working. I feel like he had to sit too far back. There wasn't enough assistance he could do in the laning phase. And yeah, Monkey King didn't get the start that he wanted after having an excellent laning phase, but it allowed him enough space for his carries, the other core heroes on his team, to get these early MKBs. And that made all the difference in shutting down this PA. So very impressive game by Infamous, and I thought this would be a pretty easy series here for catJAMMERS. I'm gonna be honest with you, Moxxi.
Oh, you were betting on the catJAMMERS here?
I'm a big cat fan, as you can see by the shirt.
That is a fantastic shirt. I'm also a very big cat fan. But you know what? I think I'm a bigger Infamous fan, especially seeing the way that Faker has been playing. Game number 1, he was fantastic. Pakaz, too, like 11-1 and 13. Itemized perfectly. You watch the way that he just kited back and forth between these fights. That was awesome to be able to see. And I think this game in particular, I think it was more of a drafting issue for catJAMMERS. I still think they're a fantastic team. But I think something went a little weird there with the Axe. And then the IO too. Like, just not sure exactly what happened there. But you know what? They're going to get another chance. Because, again, it's groups. And, in fact, they're going to get a chance right after this series. They're actually going to be facing off with the Spirits team, which was an open qualifiers team. It's a Brazilian team, one of the few that we have. And they're going to get a chance to shake it off and show us what they've got. So any parting thoughts on this particular best of 2 here, Neph?
No, well, just one. You know, Infamous continuing to surprise and impress me. You know, this is, like you said, a dark horse of the SANA region. They continue to take me by surprise. I'm really impressed with what they did this series. And, you know, I thought that, okay, you're just going to overwhelm them, outskill them here, have a ping advantage, etc., with these tanky heroes and run at them nonstop. But Infamous ended up doing exactly that to catJAMMERS. Well played by them.
All right. Well, we are done with this best of 2, guys. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to have more of the Summit 13. So stick around.